Alright, new vid. Today we're gonna react to my prediction of the World Cup group stage. I'm not gonna let me make sure let me get my face cam lined up with this one. Just don't even that's right, well I'm both up there. Then I do have another tab put up of the actual thing, so we're just gonna start. I'm not even gonna hear it, I'm gonna have to say I'm just kinda click through. This calls video is kind of just gonna be like a review of everything about the World Cup, so oh, okay. Start one. Group A, we have Mexico, South Korea, Czechia, South Africa. And this was kind of a consensus kind of group picking in Group A. Mexico top, which I was correct with, but everyone was pretty much correct with that. A lot of people had South Korea second, which I also had, but South Korea after that first game with Czechia really just against Mexico, they're actually really competitive, but lost 1-0, I believe. And they either drew the South Africa game or lost that one. So as we see over here, I have Mexico, South Korea, Czechia, South Africa, who I didn't think would put up much of a fight, but they actually came second. So I was very wrong on that. And Czechia is actually the team that came last, and South Korea came third and did not qualify. Then we have over here, we have Group B, Switzerland, Canada, Qatar, and Bosnia. And so I went Switzerland 1, Canada 2, Bosnia 3, Qatar. I think this was also more of I think this group was also kind of like a gimme group. And kind of more like an obvious group, Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was. Switzerland, in fact, today just beat Colombia to make it to the round of 16, no, quarterfinals. Sorry. And that's exactly what it ended up being. So I mean, so far I'm pretty on it. I should do like a point system, like dead ons, 3 points, one off. No, who cares? So Group C, we have Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. I believe I went Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti, and I do. And I'm just gonna put this. I think we already in 1080. I'm pretty sure. Did Morocco come first or Brazil come first? Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti. So again, exactly what I predicted. But these first three groups they really were like obvious in a way. It was pretty easy to predict these. And this one, you can see I started going Turkey, Australia, USA, Paraguay, because that was kind of people's consensus that Turkey's top in the group, USA is coming third, might even come fourth, might not even qualify. But deep down, I really did think, which I did. This is my final one. Here it is. I really did believe that. I need this full screen. I really did believe that USA were going to top this group, and I ended up being correct, even though we just lost to Belgium, got stomped. Um, then I said in the video my weird reason for like not going with Turkey to top the groups because they're all of their qualification they won 1-0. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, and they barely even made it through. So I really just wasn't that impressed. I was impressed with the names like Arda Guler and Yildiz and the striker, I can't remember the name of, and the other 10. Ozul? I don't know. I can see his face, but so I go USA, Australia second because that's kind of just what they've always been known to do is just kind of straight by wins. And Turkey third, Paraguay fourth, which I really underrated them there because they ended up being USA, Australia, Paraguay, and Turkey were the ones switched. I mean, I could not predict Turkey to be as bad as they were. This competition, no one really did. So I did get them mixed up. But either way, I think that's a pretty good prediction. I don't think many people had. Well, I don't know how many people had that because the consensus or like the hater opinion was that the U.S. wasn't going to qualify, and I actually had them coming first, and Turkey coming third. Then we go on to Germany, Group E, which is Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and Curacao. I think I had. I don't think nothing. Let's see what I had. All right, so we have Germany to top the group, Ecuador coming second, Ivory Coast, Curacao, and I think that's is that what happened? Did Ivory Coast come? Ivory Coast actually came second. Yeah, Ecuador's attacked this competition. I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be all that, and that the defense was going to have to carry them through it. But their attack was really, 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 really poor, and Ivory Coast were pretty impressive this competition. With the breakout of not really a breakout of Yann Diomande, and he actually didn't do that too much outside of the Ecuador game. But I mean, so far I had that completely correct. I had B completely correct, C completely correct. I had D. I was one off. I had two switched around. I had 3 and 4 switched, and A I was far off with. So then we go on to Group F, which is Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and Sweden. And I had Netherlands to top the group, with Japan coming second, Sweden third, and Tunisia fourth. I don't even know what the actual ending was. Was it that or Japan come third? I don't remember how this ended. Again, that's exactly how it ended. See, this title's called a new football fan predicts the World Cup. I should have called it a football genius predicts the World Cup. All right, Group G. We have Belgium to top the group, Egypt coming second, Iran coming third, and New Zealand coming fourth. And if I'm not mistaken, no, Belgium actually really struggled, which I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but I didn't think they were gonna be. I knew they were gonna. I knew they weren't this like amazing team that were gonna just blast by people, but that group in general is just really poor. Did Egypt top it? No, that's exactly how it ended again. Okay. And as I said, Belgium just dog walked us today, so or that was yesterday. But again, that's another group completely correct. As we move on to Group H, Spain, Uruguay, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia. Crazy thing is, I said I want one of the new teams, or not new teams, but one of the teams that this is their first competition. I wanted to put them through, and I put Cabo Verde through. I also didn't think Saudi Arabia was good, which I was very correct. And is that how this ended, or did Cabo Verde actually drew 2 seconds? So I was wrong there. Uruguay, I know, was they are a lot of people's most disappointing team this competition. I didn't know too much about them, but great competition from Cabo Verde. Coming second in that group, plus nearly beating Argentina. Like they were there, having like fighting Argentina that tough as Cabo Verde is so impressive. So I had 2 and 3 mixed up here. As we move on to Group I, which is France, Senegal, Norway, Iraq. And I go France 1, Senegal 2, Norway 3, Iraq 4. I think Norway and Senegal are flipped. France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq, yeah. Which Senegal really struggled through their group, which I mean it's kind of hard to blame them because that group is what this is probably the best group. I think this was probably the best group in the competition. Um, but yeah, Norway has really impressed, and they're so in it. They just beat Brazil, and France is obviously France. So I was one off there, mixed up 2 and 3. As we move on to Group J, who is Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. And I predicted Argentina to come first, Austria second, Algeria third, Jordan fourth, which I think that's how it went. Yes, that's exactly how it went. So that's another group I completely correct. Then we move on to Group K, which is Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and DR Congo. I don't know if I had Uzbekistan or DR Congo coming last. I kind of think I had DR Congo coming last. No, I didn't. Hey, look at me go. Portugal 1, Colombia 2, DR 3, Uzbekistan 4. Now, did Portugal top the group or did Colombia top the group? I don't remember. It was Colombia. And then Portugal second, DR Congo third, Uzbekistan fourth. So I'm one off there. Then we end the group predictions with Group L, which is England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. And I think I go 1, 2, 3, 4 just like that. And I'm pretty sure that is how that ended. England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. So groups I guessed or predicted completely correct. I did Group B, Group C. That was mixed up. Group F, Group G, and I had them mixed. I had them switched. Group J, or Group K was mixed, and Group L. So I predicted 6 groups completely correct out of 12. 50-50. So I had 50% like a complete guess rate, but even the ones I missed, like Group K, I switched. Ooh, sorry, I scraped my tooth. A lot of the ones I missed were just two, and my biggest miss was definitely Group A. We can take a peek at what I did in the knockout stages. I know I had Brazil going to the final, which is just wrong, obviously. So we had Mexico beating Sweden, making it to the second round. Okay. Morocco beating Canada. It's kind of hard to do predictions here because obviously this isn't how it actually lined up. And I should have done it. I really wish I did another video once the group rounds were there, but I did not. So I had Morocco advancing against Canada. I had Turkey beating Switzerland. That's bad because Turkey was butt. Brazil beating Korea. That's fine. USA beating Iran. That's fine. Germany beating Algeria. Netherlands beating Australia. Actually, I'm not even gonna go around. Who did I have as my? So let's see. Quarterfinals I had Morocco, Brazil. Brazil don't make it. Morocco does. USA, Netherlands. Neither team makes it. Senegal, France. France makes it. Argentina, England. Argentina makes it. And then in my semifinals, Brazil, Netherlands. Netherlands is a bad shout here. And France, Argentina, with my final being Brazil and France. So that's that. So I think with my group predictions, I actually did really well overall for me not knowing too much about like the World Cup and really a lot of players in it because I don't know too much still. But give me 1 second. I'll set up a little bracket and I'll just do a little prediction for the quarterfinals now. All right, we're just gonna look at it this way. So in the actual quarterfinals, we have France versus Morocco, we have Spain versus Belgium, we have Norway versus England, and we have Argentina versus Switzerland. These are pretty fun games. France, Morocco. It's so hard to pick against France right now. I mean, I have to go France. Morocco have been really impressive this tournament. I'm also just a Morocco hater for this tournament after all the AFCON stuff. So we're going France to advance to the semifinals. Spain, Belgium. Again, I have to go Spain because Belgium really have not been good at all this competition. I feel like their performance over the USA yesterday really says more about the USA than it does. I need to look up here. Sorry, I keep looking because I have OBS put up over here and I'm looking at myself over here. I think their performance yesterday says more about the USA than it does them. I just don't think we were ready to compete on that level. And we were, I mean, even me, I thought we could beat them. I was hyping the USA up, but when you really look back on it, you really see we didn't play shit. We played Paraguay, who, I mean, they made it through Germany, but they're not all that. Our group was weak, and we played Bosnia in the first round. I mean, no game we really played really tested us, but so I am gonna go Spain to advance there. I can't do any picks or anything here, can I? No. Whoopsies. Norway, England. It is so hard for me to pick against England, dude. Norway, I mean, the thing with Norway, if you just get it into the foot of Holland, anything can happen. And that's what's really fun about the World Cup is you have, I mean, all you need is like one guy. One guy can get you through, and that's kind of what Holland's doing. But I know a lot of the team around him has also been really well. The defense has played really well. You can't just give all the credit to Holland, but when the ball hits his foot, is going into the back of the net, and that's something I mean that can get you anywhere. And England's back line really isn't all that impressive. If anything, that's their weaker part with Konsa or Gahey has been fine. They have Dan Burns, John Stones. I don't know who else. Reece James hasn't been playing because he just, Reece James, he can't stay healthy. As a Chelsea fan, I mean, obviously I see that all the time. Then we have Argentina, Switzerland. I'm just gonna go Argentina. They've really struggled their past two games with Egypt and Capo Verde, but I mean, it's Argentina. The thing is, they've managed to get it through. They just scored 2 goals against Egypt in 15 minutes today. So I have to go through with them. So we can't see a visual of it, but that'll leave the semifinals of France. Oh wait, did I even get a pick of? I didn't even say what I thought with Norway, England. Huh. That's probably the hardest one here for me because I really think Norway are they have the ability. Give me Norway. Screw it. Who cares? Give me Norway. So that leaves the semifinal of France versus Spain and Norway versus Argentina. And I would pick France over Spain because Spain's been fine, but they haven't been that impressive. And then I would go. Just give me Norway versus Argentina, or Give me Norway to beat Argentina. Let's ride the hype train. Let's send Norway on to the finals, giving us France v Norway. However, it ends there because I still just think France are. I mean, they're just. I don't know. They look unstoppable, and that attack is always going to look unstoppable. Since they moved Olise from that right side down to the 10 and unlocked his playmaking, I didn't know he had the passing ability like that, but he's been superb. So that would leave Spain to win it, or no, France to win it, Spain coming second, and that bronze final. No, I said Spain second. France to win it, Norway to come second, and the bronze final would be Argentina versus Spain, which I would pick Spain. So Spain third, Argentina fourth. So that's a little quick video. I did get up 16 minutes, but that's a little quick video of just. I just wanted to look back on what I thought to begin with or before the World Cup, and added a little bit of extra prediction for the rest of the competition. So I'll see y'all later.